Right now at noon, there's a push to rescue people stranded in floodwaters in Dane County. From Madison to Cross Plains to Black Earth, the western part of the county is in trouble.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Dane County has declared a state of emergency following the record rainfall and ongoing flooding in the county. We have live team coverage of the storm with meteorologist Hattie. But first, let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Hattie McLean has a look at your first alert forecast. They're calling this a record rain.
It is a new record 24-hour rainfall total here for the state. Let's take a look at what's happening right now. We have cloudy skies, no rain falling here in Madison, which is good news, or across southern Wisconsin. A flood warning is still in effect, though, for western Dane County until 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. It has been extended due to the ongoing flooding situation. But here's a peek at the radar map. All of the rain has moved out of the area for the time being. Now, there is a chance for a few showers this afternoon as a cold front moves through. Any rain activity later today is expected to be widely scattered and light. High temperatures will be in the mid-70s with a north wind. We are going to dry things out, Mark, as we head towards the middle of the week.
Those are words we want to hear. We don't need any more rain.
We definitely don't.
All right, Hattie, thank you very much. Well, after nearly 13 hours of searching, the City of Madison Fire Department Lake Rescue Team says they have recovered the body of a missing man. Our Adam Duxter is live on the scene on Madison's west side with the latest information. Adam?
I'm at Green Tree Park on Madison's west side, where fire officials just recently told us that they had found the body of the man they've been searching for. Now, our photojournalist is going to zoom in on the area where he was found. His car was swept underwater last night during the storms. Now, the man was driving himself and two other people and turned down a bike path, mistaking it for a road. And that's when officials say the car was swept under the water. The two passengers in the car, they were pulled to safety, but firefighters saying today that the driver of the car was swept under the water, taking his life. Firefighters say this is the first fatality related to flooding that they can remember.
We had some residents that saved a couple of people that went in to the water and one that perished. We did at about 10:05 this morning find the body of that victim. We've been searching pretty much all night for it, and the body did travel quite a distance and so on, but we were successful in finding the body.
Firefighters got that call last night at around 9 p.m. So again, more than 13 hours searching. It was one of more than 50 calls for rescues that they say that they took last night. And again, we're here at Green Tree Park on Madison's west side, where the water is beginning to recede. But again, fire officials saying that they were able to locate the body of a man they've been searching for since late last night.
Tragic end of that story. Adam Duxter reporting live from Madison's west side. Thank you. Right now, western Dane County is seeing the worst of the flooding, with many roads still impassable at this hour. News 3's Josh Spreiter is live in Black Earth, where daylight is showing just some of the devastating images. Josh?
Good afternoon, Mark. This is actually as far west as we can get. You can see the Black Earth bridge is washed out. The gap right there, a milk truck actually fell through that gap earlier today. Just check out how fast this water is moving. The creek flooding many of the homes along here. Also up through the street and over to the fire department over there. They took on water. And then, of course, the Black Earth staple last night. Many folks' favorite shoe store took on water as well, as much as waist high. Just check out this video you're seeing right now as the shoebox here in Black Earth continues to dry out today. Fans fill the building and shoes are left to dry out, hundreds of them. Most boxes put in bags to be tossed out. Many people we spoke to, including the owner of the shoebox, are trying to wrap their heads around Mother Nature's fury from overnight.
I've been here since May of '86. I've never seen anything like this. This is brutal, and I'm all right. There's people in Black Earth that are going to lose their walls, their basements, and Mazo too. So we'll survive. We'll be all right tomorrow. It'll be a tough day today, but we'll get through it. First time we had to close here in 51 years of business because of an interruption. So.
And just up the road in Cross Plains, News 3 viewer Mark Strait gave us this video he shot overnight. You can see the car dealership along the Black Earth Creek there took on feet of water. Most residents living along there were forced to camp out in their cars away from their homes, not knowing when they'd be able to return. Again, we're out in western Dane County, where many roads are impassable at this time. And we even had a hard time getting out to Black Earth, and we saw a lot of cars actually still driving through those flooded streets. Remember, turn around, don't drown. It's not worth it. Even a couple inches of water can wash your car off the road. Mark, folks are asked to avoid this area this afternoon. Of course, you can stay with us for updates throughout the day.
That is good advice, Josh. Be careful out there. Thank you. A Georgia couple is waking up today with hundreds of others who are stranded in buildings in Middleton because of high water. Delise and Paul Knight talked to us via video chat this morning from the Hilton Garden Inn on Deming Way in Middleton, where they're looking at damage from major flooding last night. Delise described watching the water rise and eventually come into the hotel as the power went out.
The water came all the way to the edge of the hotel and into the hotel, and so it's quite remarkable. The little pond in front of the hotel is it's not a pond anymore. It looks like a river.
Delise took this video nearby off Highway 14 of the railroad track, now hanging in midair because the ground below it has been washed away. City officials are warning motorists to not drive through flooded roads, as they say there are multiple intersections and roads that are still covered with water. Officials say there are major intersections and sections of roads that are impassable, including multiple sections of Odana Road, Mineral Point Road, and McKenna Boulevard. The city of Madison says in some of these intersections there are stalled cars that are blocking traffic. There are also multiple traffic signals that are not working. Officials are reminding everyone to be patient and cautious. And there are multiple businesses and healthcare locations in Dane County that are closed today due to the flooding from last night. Dean Health Plan says their headquarters on Deming Way is closed for the day. 3 Unity Point Health Meriter locations are closed today as well. Officials say the Deming Way Clinic, Dermatology Clinic, and Therapy Middleton Clinic are unreachable. Group Health Cooperative of South Central Wisconsin says their Sauk Trails Clinic is also closed. We have a full list of closings on channel3000.com. And we have more images of the historic flooding that our viewers have been sending in since last night. Most of the photos are from the west side of Madison, including Deming Way, Highway 14, and in Cross Plains out to Mazo. There are hundreds of Madison gas and electric customers without power right now. Most of the outage areas are in Madison, Cross Plains, and Middleton areas. Officials say there are about 36 separate outages during the storm last night. They say they're unable to estimate when service will be restored to their customers. And you can stay safe and informed with News 3 by downloading our Channel 3000 weather app. It's available for free in your phone's app store. And there's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Shake up your dinner routine with a dish that's super easy and surprisingly pleasing. You know, this is the time of year when, if you're anything like me, you start thinking about meals that'll help bring your family around the table. You want something that's exciting, yet not too over the top. Well, the dish we're making today fits that bill. Plus, it's super weeknight friendly since it comes together in no time. If you're ready, I'd love to show you how easy it is. The first thing we do is put on a pot of grits. We do this by simply adding some white or yellow grits to boiling water and covering it. While that simmers, we season both sides of some tilapia fillets with our homemade spice blend. And the nice thing about this is that you can vary the level of spiciness depending on how you like it. Now, we sear our fish in a heavy skillet. While they're finishing up, we add some butter, a few seasonings, and a good amount of cheese to our grits. Come dinner time, all that's left to do is spoon up a hearty bowl of cheesy grits and top it with a couple of pieces of our flavor-packed fish. There you have it. To get the recipe for what we call our country-style fish and grits, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tasty, change of pace kind of way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, the Farm Babe will have the latest farm news, plus a cooler summer day. We'll be seeing some more showers maybe this afternoon. We'll find out. Meteorologist Hattie McLean will have your first alert forecast when we come back. A tragic end in the search for a missing University of Iowa student. CBS News has learned that Molly Tibbetts may have been found dead. A law enforcement source says investigators received information early this morning, which led them to a field in a rural county where the body of a young woman was found. The 20-year-old was last seen jogging July 18th near the area where investigators found the body. The University of Iowa student was staying at her boyfriend's house at the time to watch his dogs while he was out of town. A team of 40 investigators interviewed dozens of residents and searched nearby farms and fields for weeks.
At this point now, the hard science kicks in. People want to be very reserved until we get that report from the medical examiner, which is going to be very telling, and that's going to be the hard science.
The reward for information leading to Molly's discovery rose to nearly $400,000. That money will now be used for information that helps police catch the person responsible for her death. Authorities are working to find out what caused a train derailment last night in Wauwatosa. According to the Wauwatosa Fire Department, at around 10 o'clock, 13 train cars veered off the tracks near the 1200 block of Capitol Drive. Some cars were turned on their side, allowing sand to spill out of them. No injuries reported and no roads were shut down, but investigators still don't know what caused the derailment. The train company said they would take care of the cleanup. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 124 points. The NASDAQ up 73. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee as we try to dry out in southern Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's honestly stood and watched it happen in my backyard yesterday and never imagined that it would be a historical level. I think that there's a lot of Wisconsin agriculture that's just trying to get their arms around what damage was done. And, you know, the thing about farming and this kind of water is we've got to wait a little bit. We've got to allow that water to recede before we know what kind of crop damage has been done. When it comes to livestock, one of the big items that I want to try to get to work on right away is a manure management. You know, a lot of our manure storage facilities are not meant to hold that kind of historical rainfall and could be compromised. So we're going to have to keep an eye on those developing stories. The other stories that are developing are crops up until this weather event. We're looking pretty good. 75% of Wisconsin's corn and soybeans were rated good to excellent by the farmers in this week's crop progress report. 65% of the oats are harvested. 96% of the wheat is off. 16% of our potatoes have been taken care of. And pasture conditions, 63% rated good to excellent. Meanwhile, Wisconsin's dairy production continues to roll despite low milk prices. 2.62 billion pounds of milk produced in the month of July here in Wisconsin. That's up about a percentage point. 1.27 million head of dairy cows. That's 4,000 cows less than what we had last year doing the job, but every one of those cows producing about 20 pounds of milk more this year than she did last. Now, while we talk about low milk prices, there are some regions of the country where milk production is continuing to escalate. Colorado's July milk was up 9%. Kansas was up 8%, and Texas milk production was up 7%. Bad day today on our cheese market. Barrel cheese dropped another 7 1/4 cents to $1.57. 40-pound block cheese up 3/4 cent at $1.61 3/4. Double A butter down a penny and a quarter at $2.23 3/4. So again, like I said, Mark, a lot of the damage, especially when you get out towards Mazo, Black Earth, Cross Plains, a lot of the agriculture-related damage, we're going to just have to tap the brakes and wait a little bit. I'm hoping that we didn't lose any livestock, but if you've got confinement livestock like baby pigs or something like that, it's really difficult to move them quickly when that kind of water continues to climb as quickly as it did yesterday.
It came up very fast.
Oh, man, tell me, buddy, you know where I live. I had a lake in my backyard yesterday.
Yeah, I did too. I have a 10-inch rain gauge, which was filled.
Yeah, so I dumped my rain gauge 3 times yesterday.
So I assume there was more than 10 inches. All right, well, let's hope for the best.
Yep, try out now.
Thank you. Let's head out to the backyard weather patio now. Hattie is there, and it looks like the sun's trying to come out.
It is trying to peek through the clouds a little bit. A few breaks here and there in the cloud cover, but we'll still see plenty of clouds through the rest of the afternoon. Let's take a look, though, at the warnings that are still in effect. There is a flood warning for parts of Dane County. It is the western half of the county that saw the heaviest rains yesterday. The National Weather Service this morning extended that warning until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, again, due to ongoing flooding concerns. Here are some of the rain totals. Again, they're coming in. Every hour we get a few more totals as things start to dry out and people start to move around. But Cross Plains, that is the hardest hit area. Totals are ranging anywhere from 11 to 13 inches. I did see one report, it was unofficial, but about 15 inches of rain. So a tremendous amount of rain there. Middleton as well, close to that. Verona nearly 10. Shorewood Hills picking up over 9.5 inches of rain. The east side of Madison even picking up 6.3 inches. And in Platteville, much lower, just over an inch in the Platteville area. Again, we'll continue to add up those rain totals and let you know if any records were broken. Right now, no official records have broken that statewide record for 24-hour rain totals. Here is a look, though, at radar estimated rain, and you can see from the west side of Madison all the way to the western edge of Dane County, there was a bullseye of heavy rain for several hours, adding up to over 10 inches in many locations. Mount Horeb affected Fitchburg, Cross Plains, Mazomanie, all in that bullseye of heavy precipitation. But for most of the area, at least an inch recorded yesterday. Again, lightest amounts north and west of the Dells, and then in the far southeastern corner of the state where less than an inch was recorded. On the radar map this afternoon, though, things are very quiet right now. We'll watch that little bit of rain activity to our north and west, though. It has been weakening. Those light showers are along a cold front that will be working its way through the area this afternoon. As it does, we may see a few widely scattered showers pop up here across southern Wisconsin. They should be pretty light, though. GFS precipitation potential is less than 1/10 of an inch for our viewing area, so that is good news. We definitely do not need any more rain. Here's the look from the WISC-TV Skycam. Looking to the east, you can see a lot of clouds in that shot, but a few breaks or holes in the cloud cover. Temperatures have now climbed into the 70s from Madison and points to the south. Still 66 in the Dells, as well as Camp Douglas, and 69 in Prairie du Chien. Take a look at future track through the rest of the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies with a few showers popping up as that front moves through. Overall, though, a clearing trend is expected overnight tonight. That'll set us up for a much cooler start tomorrow. We'll have sunshine, temperatures starting in the 50s. Here's a look at your extended forecast then. Pleasant weather. Another couple of days to dry out Wednesday and Thursday. Humidity will be low, so I think you can give the AC a break as well. 75 on Wednesday, 77 on Thursday. Rain chances return to the area Thursday night into Friday. And then, Mark, check out those temperatures next week. It heats up once again. We're talking humidity and heat index as we head into the first part of next week.
It is summer.
It definitely still is.
Still a lot of standing water, so be very careful out there.
That's true. Turn around, don't drown. Those
Absolutely.
are the words.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
You're
There's
welcome.
more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, a Georgia family that's going through a lot is getting an outpouring of love. We'll have that story when we come back.
News
Well, a Georgia family that's going through a lot is getting an outpouring of love after a sweet moment between one strong little girl and her father is shared online. 2-year-old Phoenix Thompson was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. She had to begin multiple rounds of chemotherapy immediately following her diagnosis. After finishing her first round, a nurse dropped off a gift for Phoenix, a tiny yellow dress. It turns out it was from her dad, who showed up in a suit and tie to complete the surprise. Dressed as Prince Charming, he shared a daddy-daughter dance with his princess. The heartwarming moment has been viewed over 50,000 times on Facebook. It's a good way to end a newscast.
It is.
Very sweet.
So much trouble here with flooding.
Yeah, a lot of trouble here, so.
Luckily, we'll get a chance to dry out. Just a few showers possible this afternoon. That flood warning will continue until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Right now, nothing showing up on the radar map, but again, a few showers possible later this afternoon as that cold front moves through. Otherwise, temperatures will climb to highs in the mid-70s. Northwest winds drying things out, though, and setting us up for a beautiful midweek. Really looking forward to lower humidity.
Yeah, it's been a long stretch.
It has.
All right, Hattie, thank you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.